Hey guys, today what I wanted to go through is a topic on money and mental health. So today it's just going to be me and going through what I think are 5 tips for money and mental health. It's very important that we understand that there is a connection between money and mental health. If you have read my book, Redesign Your Mind, you'll know that I do work in finance, and for me, money and mental health has definitely played a part in things such as anxiety and depression as well. And yeah, so it's something I definitely talk about in the book, but also want to explore on the podcast with people as well. So um, feel free to email or get in contact with any questions after the episode. Maybe I'll have a few financial experts on the show from time to time as well, because I do think it's important. And in my job now, as you know, those who may know from my book or social media, I am in the finance space. So my day-to-day job is as a financial advisor. So whilst this is not financial advice, you can get in contact with me if that's something you do want to do, of course. Um, but yeah, today's just general information and more from that mental health point of view, from things that I've learned over time, and also what I've learned from others, and see with people and all the research I've done. So yeah, looking forward to this chat. Welcome to the Redesign Your Mind YouTube channel and podcast, where we have real conversations around mental health, self-improvement, and how we can find more meaning in our lives. I'm your host, Stefan Moralia. You can watch episodes here, or you can listen to the podcast on iTunes or Spotify. The show and any video uploads are loosely inspired by my book, Redesign Your Mind, Tools and Inspiration for Positive Mental Health, which is available on Amazon, Kindle, iTunes, and Audible. Please refer to the description below for more information, including my socials, a disclaimer, and how you can get in contact with me. Thanks for watching and joining me on the journey to redesign your mind. Okay, so the first tip for money and mental health, the number one tip, and if you take anything from this podcast episode, it is this, and I want you to not compare yourself to others. That is really the number one tip, and I'm guilty of it. You're guilty of it, I'm sure, but definitely that comparison and trying to um, keep up with the Joneses or keep up with other people and their wealth is only going to lead you to not being happy. Not only do you, um, always feel like you're chasing to live up to someone else's expectations, but it also makes you ungrateful for what you have so far. So for me, definitely in my younger days, not that I'm old and wise now, but probably 10 years ago, even younger, money was such a key driver. And it was something that I compared myself to others with, and really trying to, yeah, stay on top and stay ahead of others. So not comparing yourself is really going to set a solid foundation for having a healthy relationship with money and your mental health. So if we can get that out of the way and understand that everyone's on a different path, and it's no different with things like fitness, health, money, relationships. So we really need to understand that, other people have different skill sets to us, And not only to mention that, I really think money is such a game of luck with who has how much, because I'm sure you would know some friends or colleagues that are really smart or really skilled in certain ways and probably should have a lot more money than what they do. But unfortunately, for one reason or another, they don't. So for me, this is something that we need to drill into ourselves, that everyone is different. And yeah, you know what? If you want to compare yourself to yourself, and not even just that dollar amount or what you have in your wealth, but what you've done to help progress your goals and sense of money and understanding of it as well, because there is a lot you can do with that. So yeah, I guess that leads me to point number two, which is to work towards your financial goals, but don't wait to be happy. And what that means for me is I'm still, money is still a driver of mine and something I do to provide for myself and my family. But the difference is that I now don't wait to reach a certain amount of wealth or a certain financial security before I can be happy. So, what that means for me is that, yes, I set financial goals. Yes, I save money and work hard, but I'm not fixated by that amount or thing that I need to achieve. So, yeah, I definitely do keep that in mind, that it's not about waiting to reach that goal. And it's no different for any goals in in life, not just financial goals. If you set a goal and you're fixated on achieving that goal and you're not going to be happy until you achieve it, you're actually never going to be happy, because I know what will happen, because I was the same type of person and guilty of the same things, that soon as you achieve that goal, you'll just set another one and you won't even celebrate it. So we need to learn to be happy with where we are at right now, set those goals, and do everything you can to try and achieve them, but do not wait to be happy, especially with money, because so many things can happen that will throw that goal off. Or it might be that you actually get to that goal and realize you now have new things that you want to achieve with your life or with your money, that now makes that goal quite not pointless, but not have the same pull that it once did. So, moving on then, I guess one of the things that you can do with money to help with your mental health, that I really think works well for me, is to try and build a security net. So, what this might be, it might be something that it's a certain amount of money or savings that you have that um, gives you that peace of mind that you'll be okay if something happens. Now, traditionally in finance, people say that you want at least 3 to 6 months' wages of your current wages held in cash to help you get by in an emergency if something happens. Now, a lot of people don't have that and don't have that capability, and I understand, and even myself, I don't plan to do that either in the long run. So for me, what I say is that you need to come up with your own figure of what you think is achievable, and also going to help you with that goal of helping to provide you with more peace of mind. So, for example, a lot of people don't actually have any savings for an emergency. So, if something happens, they literally need to get a loan or use their credit card or contact friends or family. Or if they don't have any of those options, they're literally in a bad spot. So, for me, um, something relatively easy, as an example, you may want to look into is, even if you put a small amount away each week, and there's some great books out there you could look at, The Barefoot Investor by Scott Pape. He's got some great examples on that. And one of the examples, I guess, using his strategy is, let's say you put $20 a week away. After 1 year, you'll have over $1,000. So that's something you can keep aside for emergencies, or if something happens with your job, or you get sick or injured or something like that. Now that $1,000 to some people might sound like a lot, to other people it might not. But I can tell you now, in a year's time, if you had nothing compared to $1,000 and an emergency happens and you need money to get petrol or fuel, or emergency costs or something like that, or you lose your job, having that $1,000 is going to be a lot better than not having any money. So for me, it's something that you can chip away at, and you can set your own amount. You might say, I'll put $50 a week away, or $10 a week away. Whatever it is going to help you for the long run and help build that security net. Not only does it help you build that safety net, but it helps you with that sense of achievement that you are moving forward and you're building something. So once you've got that emergency money set aside, you might start to save for other things, and save for holidays or a new car or a house, or upgrading your house, whatever it is. But you must start saving. If you don't save, it doesn't matter how much money you make, you're never going to be financially secure, because you're still relying paycheck to paycheck. And if for some reason that paycheck weren't to come in that week, you are going to be stuck. So find a way to build your own security net. Okay, number 4, bit of fun with this one, but also, just sometimes we need to loosen up a bit and understand that to remember that money comes and money goes. It's as simple as that. You can work so hard, you can save so hard to get it, but then to spend it, it's so easy, and it's just going to go like that. So keep in mind that money was made to be spent. Money wasn't made to be this endless pile that you're constantly building up and up. Remember that it comes in and it goes out. When you reach the end of your life, whenever that is, yes, it's nice to hand some down to family and friends, and or charities, whoever it is you want to. But just remember that this is your life, and to enjoy yourself with your money as well, and try not to put too much pressure on yourself of having a certain amount. And that ties in with point number 1 of not comparing yourself with others. So really keep that in mind. Now, number 5, again, the best things in life are free. How many times have we heard this saying, yet no one in the world seems to listen to it? I could just list off endless amounts of things that, much better than having a lot of money. Think of your friends, your family, your partners, experiencing love and life, and being scared and going on rides and things like that. Yes, a lot of these things cost money, and you need money to get to certain points. However, having lots of money or having this fixation on money is not going to make you happy. One of the things I talk about in my book, again, is that, I think of how much I cared about money, and I still do have a strong relationship with it. However, it's not the most important thing to me anymore. For me, it's family, friends, and my health. And that also means that, hey, look, I could have more money, but at what cost to my health does that come at? So I really need to balance that. Think about it with your work, your life balance as well. I'm sure there's jobs or ways you could make more money, but will that actually make you more happy? These are things you need to consider. Another thing I mentioned in the book was, if you think about someone, close, family member or friend or someone who's really important to you, who may have passed away or may be close to that. If I gave you the opportunity to have either that person's life for the rest of your days, so you could literally, for as long as you're alive, they're there with you, and you can have them back or whatever it is, and yeah, I've got some people I could think of there. Now, if I could offer you that or $1 million, which one would you choose? And for me, the option's quite easy, or the answer, sorry, and that's that family member. And I'm sure I could have them there and say, look, you cost me $1 million, and we'll have a laugh about it. But for me, that's proving that money is just this illusion that we think will make us happy. And if we tie that in with all the family and friends that we have right now, we realize that we've already got most of what we already need. So that was just a few quick tips, 5 tips for money and mental health. I'm sure I will do more of this in the coming episodes potentially, but do leave your feedback. Get in touch with me on Facebook or Insta or email through the website. All the info's in the bio. But yeah, keep in mind some of the things I said today, and looking forward to hearing some of your good stories of how you've changed your relationship with money and improved your mental health because of it. Thanks for listening, and if you're on YouTube, thanks for watching, guys.